I am Storm, and you can too. Welcome to day 114. This is going to be like an all encompassing video to get me caught back up. So, I am shortcutting my 365-day project a little bit, but it's all I can do because the videos that I had in my other phone, they didn't get saved. And I can't really tell you what happened the last couple days aside from, getting my new phone on Friday. So this is for, I'm assuming, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So here we go. I woke up this morning at around 6:30, laid in bed for about an hour, decided to play my iPhone apps, get adjusted with the buttonless feature of iPhones. Instead of getting a 10 like I thought I was going to, my wife got me 11. So now I'm getting it adjusted to an iPhone 11. Played with the cats for a while. Finally, it became an acceptable time to mow, and so I did. Mowed front, backyard, back mowed, raked, weed eated, pulled some weeds. Wish I could say I smoked some weed, but I didn't. I'd love to burn my entire yard down. Then it came time to come back inside after getting some gas in the lawnmower and filling up my spare tank and then giving the car a little bit of a shot. Admittedly, I bought some McDonald's. I was hungry, so I got myself a quarter pounder meal. But, you'll do that on a weekend. And if you don't, well, good for you. I couldn't resist it. Played with the cats again. Did the litter boxes. Put the dishes away from the dishwasher. And am getting ready to stack a new load in. Do some laundry. Fold some laundry. Watch NASCAR. All that crap. But, not the reason for today's video. I don't want to talk about what I have to do. I'd rather talk about what I want to do. And I'm going to get up like that so that way I can look a little bit more focused here. Because admittedly, I wasn't very comfortable. This is a small couch and I'm a tall guy. And a big guy. So anyway. I started watching Mighty Car Mods a while ago. I'm a huge fan of their stuff. With Moog, who actually does music, and Marty, I think he actually does too, or Martin, as they like to call him too. These are two Australian guys that, for fun, they do a YouTube show about building, rebuilding, modifying, and going crazy on all sorts of different cars. And if you've never seen any of their videos, I highly recommend their stuff. It's really good. It's fascinating what they do, and it's really interesting, like how good this stuff is. It's funny. It's not like a super take yourself seriously kind of stuff. It's made for like a typical guy like me. Like, I don't have a ton of tools. I don't have a lot of work experience with cars. I have enough to get me by and do what I need to do. These guys are a little bit more advanced, obviously, but they break it down Barney style to where I would feel comfortable doing some of the stuff that they show. I don't know if I would do it on my Chrysler 300, but like, I would try some of it. Installing an Apple iPad as your radio console. I mean, that's just awesome, man. And of course, since they're out in Australia, they have access to a load of different cars that I'll never even see in my life. So here comes the reason for the video. Since as far back as I can remember, I've grown up around, muscle cars. 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s and 2000s. I always had it in my head that I was a Chevy guy, not a Ford guy at all. Don't go in on Fords, blah, blah, blah. I drive a Chrysler Mopar product. Speed, 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 speed. That's what it was all about. No replacement for displacement. And as my years go on, I'm a NASCAR fan. I got into other racing, but really it all boiled down to my love and affinity for 60s and 70s American made, heavy, long cars. Huge affinity for station wagons, really. And then I really start going outside my typical circles, and I start watching these videos from Mighty Car Mods and seeing what they're doing over in Aussie land. And apparently down in the way south, the rare and unique is JDM. Now, I'm 6'2", weighing in at 315. Japanese cars, a little tight on a guy like me. But that didn't stop me from being curious. So I watched the entire series of them working on a Daihatsu Mira. And I gotta tell you, even from the get-go, them finding this car that was ready for the scrap heap, it was a 3-cylinder, 650cc engine. So this thing's like a freaking go-kart engine on steroids that's powering one of the smallest platforms I've ever seen. But it's turboed. It's all-wheel drive. And it looked absolutely like a blast to drive. So here they are over in Japan land, going nuts, drifting the thing, all-wheel drift, and looking like they're having the most fun I've ever seen someone driving a car. Okay, well, over here in, the States, if you have a muscle car, I'm going to say that, 80% of the time, I'm not seeing these guys going out and having a big time with their car. They're just parking it and letting people oogle over it or ogle over it or however you want to say that. And although I respect that because cars are builds, no matter how much of a build you put into it, you had to put something into it, whether that be just gas or rebuilding the whole damn thing. But these guys over there, they're getting more out of their build. They're getting the love and appreciation of the car. They're getting to understand the internals and the externals and how the shift weight and the rotation, your RPMs, your shifts. You get to know your car on a more intimate level, like an actual driver. I've driven my car hard. It went down a level B road. I got it stuck. I've drifted because it's a rear-wheel drive. I've done donuts. It has lived a tough life with me. And yet, for some reason, at 211,147 miles, it doesn't want to quit. It ticks. It creaks. When I turn the steering wheel over, the power steering whirs, and then there's a small pop, which probably isn't good. But I've looked the whole thing over, aside from burning a little bit of oil. The thing is still standing pretty strong. What's my main point here? I'll tell you. I do not think that I will ever buy a nice car ever. I might try and buy something new. I might try and go in on something that interests me. But I think the truth is, what these guys are doing over there is what I want to do with my life. I want to learn about my car and I want to drive it. I want to have fun. I want to be safe. But I want to absolutely explore. So, I'm not saying that I'm going to go out and buy a Yugo or a Cavalier. I'm not saying I'm going to find the first Beretta that I can. I'm not saying that a Daihatsu is in my future either. But some kind of 4-cylinder turbo that is just your honest to God basic platform, and then doing the rebuild myself in my spare time, all the while working, my job, building my family, genuinely doing the things I need to get done. I think that might be in my future. As much as I want to build a stock car or have a NASCAR or whatever, I think the truth is I won't have any fun until I'm having fun. And what better way to have fun than something that's just cheap that you can throw parts at when you need to, and they're cheap. So yeah, this is kind of like a shout out video to the Mighty Car Mods team, but I have no shame in this game by telling you that in this particular moment, in this moment in time, I have it in my head a completely different way of looking at things. I'm almost thinking, despite the age on my car, that I'd like to kind of do a rebuild on it. Show these guys what it's like to take luxury muscle and completely strip it down to bare bones and turn it into an evil track machine with a V6. It's already too late in the game, though, and I don't have access to a ton of domestic parts to replace. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to pass here. But, and you'll get a kick out of this, but like a Toyota Yaris or a Honda Civic, a Mitsubishi Eclipse, it's not out of my realm of possibility of next car, despite how tall I am. But something Japanese. Camry, Corolla, a Nissan, the 350Z would be cool. But it's gotta be 4-door, so something hatch. Anyway, that's where my current mindset is with the car world. I think that I went through a metamorphosis, and wherever that takes me is where I wind up. Anywho, well, hard work on Sunday, getting ready for the NASCAR race. Gonna finish up watching Key to the City, which is the drift special that Mighty Car Mods made. To honor them, I bought one of their decals on their website, and I've got a phone case coming. So, new phone case, JDM sticker, new stuff. Yay. Maybe once I start making in that real money, I can actually start thinking about, doing what needs done. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. And I feel like a 15-minute video is a good way to get back, to normal. Because tomorrow I'm going to just pick back up. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I hope that you have a good weekend. I hope you have a good work week. Hope everything goes well for you, because I'm going to try to make it as best I can despite losing Sean on Tuesday. He goes on vacation. I'll try and keep the positive. But, yeah. Until then, peace.